But alrighty, guys, welcome back to another session of backtesting where I'm gonna run another half month's worth of data. This is episode number 6, I believe, of our backtesting sessions, where we are going from 2022 all the way up until 2026 in one single stretch. If you guys are interested in checking out the rest of these videos, this entire process is gonna be recorded and posted on my YouTube. With that being said, now, if you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want 15% off of your FX replay subscriptions, use code replay15, and the links in the bio for that, or like the description. I don't fucking know, bro. If you guys want to fucking get 15% off of your money, cool. Other than that, let's go and drop into this. So the last month that we traded was April. We are currently done with half of the month. That is up 5R currently. That's with those trades here. This is your frequency, and here is your win rate. We're doing a lot better than my other sessions. A lot cleaner, a lot better of an understanding, and a lot less stop outs. Lower frequency, which I'm enjoying, right? Really. But basically, the plan for this again is going to be just doing the 9:30 or later's, 9:33, and then 15-minute pullbacks. No pre-market and no 9:30 entries, right? So with that being said, no driver entries. The driver entry is that 9:33, so to say, right? So with that being said, let's drop into this. So this is the weekly. What day of the week is this? Okay, so we are in bearish order flow. YM is kind of messy, not gonna front there. YM is within a daily's range, so I really don't think that I would trade YM. Just extremely messy here, where that was the reasoning why I was getting chopped up in the last session. I was trying to trade within this range here. Not very nice on what is happening. We do have a daily C2, but we look like we are disrespecting this daily C. There's just no reason for us to go lower, really. I would assume that we're going down bearish, right? Because this is low-key like a daily open high, setting the high at that 1800 here. With this 18, okay, yeah, we're definitely bearish down to these lows. So there is expansion, retracement, low resistance, 18 sets the high, reaction off the high, 2 a.m., very full candle, wanting to see 6 a.m. continue. Where do I want to see it continue from? The lower half of this previous 4-hour candle. It's a little bit above it, but nonetheless, it's within this 1-hour gap. And then you do have the 1-hour C2 confirming this range. So now we can see 6 a.m. See, does it have an open high? Looking for low close. Again, YM is within this daily consolidation. Very hard to try to trade YM here just because we don't know exactly where it wants to go. However, we can see very clear, obvious daily profile open high, expansion, retrace, expansion, going down to these lows here as your overall model. With that being said, let's go over that first 3 minutes. So there would be your first 3 minutes. Let's go and check. We do have a wick up in that first 3 minutes into this 30-minute gap. We'd like to see this 30-minute gap hold. And with that being said, it would just be an accumulation here, sweep. I would like to see a candle closure beneath this level. Oh shit, I can't be clicking that fast. Fuck. Right, so candle closure beneath that level. This would be your entry located here, but this is not an entry. Why is that not an entry? We got equal lows below, but even then, I really wouldn't consider this an entry because of the fact that we do have a very aggressive wick with the very top wicks like this, or bottom wick in this case, very long wick. This is a rejection candle and not really a full body closure, where this would be more so of a decisional candle. This is a rejection candle, so this could possibly mean for a stop out. So right there would be the failure of that setup, and we just want to look for a 3-minute CISD to the downside now. Okay, oh well, fuck. It's fucking failing. Yeah, it's definitely failing. So it's all failing to manipulate. Looks like bias may be wrong here. Had to push. There's low resistance above me. YM is failing to manipulate here. Our bias to be short, it looks like it may be considered wrong. Yeah. This could be like a daily opening low. Just setting the low with no manipulation here is just kind of sus. I'm not going to front to you there. But it does expand away. So we have to respect the fact that we are expanding away. Okay, well, price is really expanding away. I definitely didn't have any entries. So I would wait to see if I can get like a 15-minute pullback. At least some form of different phase and price other than just keep expanding just to get on side with this trade. Here would be like your 15-minute pullback, but even then, now it's after expansion, so it's like no good entry here. I think I would pass on this. We're in the middle of this fucking range, dude. Holy. Yeah, I can't trade this. This is not a valid 15-minute pullback for me. There's like nothing here longing at the top of this price leg. Not the most smartest ideal in my personal opinion. Yeah, we would have just got stopped out of break even because our stops would have to be break even at that high in itself. So really nothing there for me. Yeah. I was definitely not bullish here. I was bearish, wanting to come into the morning looking for this CISD to take place, which it took place, but it took place with this very aggressive wick, and that's an instant failure, or like that's a red flag for me. I don't trade with aggressive wicks. I trade with full body closure. So there's nothing here for me, which is fine though. That's extremely fine. Let's go into the next day. So taking a look here on the daily time frame, looking like we do want to go from this daily C2, looking to daily C3, and looking to daily C4 for us to sweep out this high, which it did sweep out this high. So with this sweeping of this high, I still don't think that we're going to be considered bearish. Why? Because this candle still has a bullish, it's still within a bullish expansion candle. It doesn't take away from the fact that we are within that bullish expansion candle. YM does have further draw on liquidity though, so we are taking out some highs here, and YM is still climbing to the upside, so there's reasons for us to be bullish here. The daily profile in itself does have a pretty nice internal external range right there, and 2 a.m. does expand, 6 a.m. expands into a target, and I would just want to go and honestly I can't really trade lower because the profile will not support it. I'd really just want to see price come back down and hold these gaps, so we can see that, and YM is respecting that bullish bias, right? So with YM respecting it, I just can't long at the highest point of the day. So with this being said, 930 really does reverse price away from here, and we may be considered bearish now. We may be considered bearish going from external range to internal range, and we would want to target all of this that's located here for that C2 reversal day to push us down. One thing that I can say I don't like about NQ's reversal off of that high is just the fact that we already tapped into the daily's opening price, which that would be your target versus fucking all the way down there. Damn, it looking like another non-trading day, bro. I'm not gonna front to you there. Okay, so we're gonna play the decoupled market move, because we are not getting anywhere here. Holy shit. Really nothing there for me either on NQ. Let's see if we can get YM upwards. I can't trade away from all of these lows the way that it's located like that. So let's see if I can get on side with YM. Fuck, dude. Okay, so here would be like your C2 and trading this C3 into expansion down to the downside there. And this would be your entry. See if I can get limit filled on it. Oh, this motherfucker. Fuck, dude. I fucking missed this entry, which is this CISD, because I clicked a little too fast. And now it's fucking running without me. That's just crazy work. So let's see if I can take these longs on YM, I guess. Yeah, so this will be good right here. Fuck, dude. This is crazy. What the fuck? Okay, stops will go to break even here. Let's see if we can get this thing up to 2R. Yo. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. Oh, it just missed 2R. Whatever. I don't fucking care anymore, dog. This is so annoying. Holy shit. Whatever. Just keep missing entries. That's just fucking what it is, bro. I'm not gonna go let that bother me, bro. That's fucking stupid. Right, so here's your sweeping of this level here. Daily C2, looking for daily C3, V-shape, push, retrace, expansion back down to the downside. I want to see all of these lows here off of range highs. My long-term target is going to be those range lows. This is also a Monday opening up high, setting the high of the week with that manipulation and looking to go and push downwards now. YM is also tapping into a very relative level off of these levels there. So ideally, I want to see price move downwards. And I would utilize, okay, well, it looks like we're not moving downwards. Looks kind of like, I guess you could say, this 1800 is the low a day. And then we have the SMT. I want to trade external to internal because we can't just keep expanding here, right? We expanded already into some relative levels. After multiple days of expansion, we can see a different phase in price. The daily candle here does not have a wick. We do have a small wick there, but it's like, fuck, dude. I'm not trying to trade higher right now. I'm trying to trade lower down to these wicks like that, all that low resistance there. So let's see if we can get a reversal within this candle. AMD forming up here on YM, decoupled move again with NQ going climbing higher and YM wanting to go lower. That would be like your 15-minute model. Right here would be like your 15-minute C2. Equal highs, so anything with the equal high now, I guess you could say like this is where my bias adjustment can be put into play, right? We have equal highs. We are forming this 15-minute gap here. I'd like to see this gap hold price up down to the downside. See, okay, well, the gap doesn't hold price. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is going on right now? This is fucking insane. All right, so with this being said, sweeping out this low, very relative low, 15-minute C2. We'd want to see the C2 now hold price up to the upside. C2 there, V-shape reversal off of this level. CISD, equal highs above. Relative level, going for 2R. Paste that. Entry, right? Anything away from these highs like this is considered a retracement, right? So this should just, well, apparently we fucking trade away from equal highs. So I'm done. What the fuck? You're fucking tripping, dude. That's impossible, but what the fuck? What the fuck? That's a crazy one, bro. Not gonna front about that. Did not anticipate that. So my orders just don't fill. Yeah, my orders just don't fill, and I run at 1.9 R, and then I get stopped out away from equal highs like that. Holy shit. This is insane. Extremely bearish day. Fuck, dude. Make you not want to do this shit anymore, huh? So fuck. This is fucking annoying. Right. Just it's continuously pushing now. Ideally, I just want to see some form of swing formation to go and trade away from. YM is ripping. NQ is going to rip too. So with this being said, I mean, I could put my stops at equal highs now because apparently we don't trade to equal highs. So we should just be able to flush here, realistically speaking, right? Hopefully. If not, I'm going to get stopped out. So this would be like my break-even point here. Just that closure beneath that. I really wouldn't want to see it come back up anymore. Price is just flushing. There really isn't any entries here on YM for me. It would really just be this entry here off of that C2, looking for this 15-minute C3. And it would be, I mean, shit, there's barely an entry too there. And then that would be a 2R. Super fucking shitty thing, but basically all it was this CISD formation here, pressing down. I want to see these highs remain in order for us to continue down lower, right? Continuing this order flowing market. Let's not even look at that trade. That trade was awesome. I'm not gonna front to you. Hold on. Holy fuck, it's windy as fuck. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, I got ribs tonight, dog, and chicken, but still ribs tonight, dog. I eat chicken with everything, bro. If I'm eating even like a cheat meal, I usually just eat chicken. If I eat like fucking ribs or some shit, I just eat chicken with my ribs, so it stretches the ribs longer. Just wanting to see these. Okay, so multiple super expansion days, bro. That's the thing though. After super expansion days, what can we get hit with? A different phase. I might want to trade back up into the range just because of that. We do see a 6 a.m. nice open low profile accumulation manipulation, looking for a distribution back up to the upside just to rebalance this range, if I gotta be completely honest with you there. It might just be a consolidation day. I want to see if we're actually going to respect my idea here. We do see this bottom of the 6 is formed with a fractal. We are expanding up higher, respecting these gaps right now, that 30-minute gap. So with this 30-minute and the 15-minute getting respected, honestly, if this closes exact, I don't like that wick there, right? And then you could just trade this, bro. Trade this up to daily's opening price and then see if it rips up higher to rebalance all of this range, because the actual opening, the driver's opening, is respecting that ideal. I'll go break even. I don't really like that. Okay, cool. I may not want to take a trade today just because I can't keep trading lower, bro. Just doesn't work like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just accumulation, bro. It's too tight. Yeah, way too tight here of a range. Very messy. See how messy it is, bro? This is very messy of a profile. It's just too barcode. Like the 15 is fucking really chopping up here. So it's like trying to get in on a short or even a long would be kind of chopped. I mean, this would be like your 10 a.m. opening high, setting the high with that 15-minute model there. And then we do have this V-shaped reversal pushing us back down to the downside to target back down to the lowest point of the day. You could take something like this, but really the expansion of this candle, it's not going to be the best, right? It might even just stop me out straight to stop loss. But here would be like your short back down to the lowest point of the day. You can move your stops to break even now and just see if it's going to expand, and it doesn't, really. It's just going to be a very difficult day to expand. Yeah. Just seeing how tight of a range it is and see how messy it is here on the 15. And why is it so choppy here? It's just basically because the previous days have massive expansions. So if the previous days have massive expansions like this, what can you anticipate for a different phase in price to happen? What phase in price are we getting? More of an accumulation rather than an actual continuation day where we do want to feed back up into the range in itself, right? So like I said, we wanted to feed into the range. It was just the fashion that we were going to feed into the range. We're going to create this gap here, which is going to be your internal range, and now we want to trade internal to external. This is also the wick of the weekly. So this is Monday opening high, Tuesday reversal into expansion, back down to the downside, and this is where I'd want to trade internal to external range liquidity, back down to the lowest point of the week. Here we can take notice that the 2 a.m. candle is reversing away from these highs, and it also set the high day very early at 2200, and we have expanded away from it. With that expansion away from it, we do have a 4-hour CISD already in full effect, and market is making its move down to the downside. Now, because we are at the lowest point of this day currently, I would need to see some form of retracement first prior to going in, because we are very low in the range already. I do want to see if I could get me some form of a pull back into it. You can see that NQ right now is the weakest asset and is actually ripping downwards. We could trade this here. This doesn't look half bad, right? And this doesn't, yeah, this doesn't look half bad like this. And you could trade this as your driver entry to go and continue down lower, right? And this would be your new 15-minute opening. This is like a day where you wouldn't want to move your stops to break even. Why wouldn't you want to move your stops to break even here? Is just because this is previous day, so you don't have to move your stops to break even. This would be considered lowest point of the day, just because my target is previous days. Well, fucking, we got wicked out there. I'm just talking bullshit at this point, bro. Fuck you, bro. What the fuck, dude? Honestly. What the fuck is that? A triple fucking sweep, dog. You're fucking crazy, dude. 3 drive pattern for no fucking reason. What the fuck? That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Yeah, well, draw on liquidity correct. Just ass delivery, bro. Probably gonna flush all the way. What was the reasoning for it to come up to sweep me out like 3 drive like that? I don't fucking know, dude. Yeah, that was some crazy shit, bro. I swear. What the fuck? What is the reason for this, dog? What the fuck? That is fucking insane. You cannot tell me that there's a reason for this, dog. What is the reason that we had to come? I don't know, bro. Not a single fucking clue. Why did we have to come back up to sweep out a high that's already set with a 15-minute swing formation? Very full closure as well. Why do we swing back up to sweep it out once more? Not a single fucking clue, honestly. Well, that's unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Wow, I'm getting clapped this round. What the fuck? Like, extremely fucking destroyed. This is so fucking ghetto, bro. Ideally, want to go and continue down lower, right? So, that is extremely fucking... That's some crazy shit. Daily profile, very bearish, realistically speaking, right? We just want to go back down to these lows. It's just which asset is going to get us there. Nice open high profile. It's just really how do we get here, right? Is literally just waiting to click that first 3 minute. We see that NQ is a lot stronger. Our focus is going to be more considered on YM at the current standpoint. Do we have any OBs or anything? We do have a 15-minute OB here. So ideally, honestly, I could trade this 15-minute OB just like this. And then now we can see that it's already low-key already respecting. This 3 minute does respect this high. I just still wouldn't trust this high as my stop loss, right? You don't really want to trust those type of highs. I would more so trust that 15-minute high and see if we can get filled here. Ball so hard, motherfuckers want to find me. You a motherfucking dummy. Damn, got wicked out there again. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, well, this is like a very clear 10 a.m. opening price, very low. I'm not going to get wicked out like that again, bro. So, I'm not just going to let this fucker rip without me, right? Yeah, that's basically that, dog. What is this? A V-shape, wick up, sweep me out again. I'm getting tired of these wick outs, bro. What is that? 1, 2, 3 triple wicks, bro? What is that? And then we do see the 10 a.m. go and deliver. This is your 10 a.m. ripping down to the downside. And then this is where I align myself is on this entry here. 10 a.m. open high into this gap and in the OB. and is very strong closure, where I just took that to 2R, which is going to be back down to these lows. Was there reasoning for us to go and wick upwards? I don't think so. Not with the 15-minute model already present. I would anticipate for this 15-minute OB to hold, but obviously it doesn't, and it just comes back up and sweeps you out for no reason. And yeah, let's go and see if we can get on side with a lagging asset logic now. See if we can get NQ on side with this same thing. So here would be like your 15-minute C2 that we'd like to see NQ form in order for us to trade lower. And we want to see if like the phases and price is going to match this, right? So if we can get a V-shaped reversal and a candle closure through this level there, we could take this. So no phases in price. This is like an 11 a.m. opening up high though. Okay, wait, this is actually really good. So if the 11 a.m. opens up high and we set the high of the 11 a.m. candle with this 15-minute C2 and you get a strong candle. Okay, so this is an accumulation. You don't really want to trade this anymore, right? And then that's where you just leave it alone. So that would be your 2R there off of that 10 a.m. open high type profile. Looking here on the daily time frame, again, extremely bearish order flow. We are sweeping out those candles highs like this. That daily candles high is getting swept out. Extremely bearish order flow here. Thursday, I would like to trade back downwards, just going from these range highs back down to the range lows. Daily profile does go and support that move as well, as it is have an open high profile as well. And we would like to see us trade back downwards. So here you can see all assets are, not all assets. Yeah, all assets is all, do we pretty much close bearish, right? That first 3 minutes, and we're respecting that idea that we are rejecting off of here and going back down to at least minimal all of these lows, and then possible down to the next low over. We could see that there is a SMT swing formation at the swing points like this, and we could take notice that YM is ripping us down to the downside with the most momentum. So we're going to be looking at YM. I just don't have, I mean, honestly, full closure, boom, and it's SMT of these highs like that. We can see YM just keep going off of this first 3 minutes like that. Right, so this would actually be a scale in position. I'd like to go break even as soon as I cross this low though, which NQ is ripping aggressively. I'm gonna hold it open. Okay, stops now can go to break even, and then stopped out of break even. So with us getting stopped out of break even there, yeah, that's fucking that. Was there any other entries here? There was that 933. I mean, you could have traded NQ here as we swept out these highs just like that, and actually had a very full closure as well. You could have traded NQ, the exact same entry as YM, and you would have just run short of 2R as well. So it did impact everything we wanted though. It impacted everything we wanted, and yeah, it's just I had a full closure at a SMT. These highs don't matter with that SMT. Very full closure and very full closure. I just took it on that full closure. Yeah, fuck, that's fine. Another break-even trade there. Very weird. So weird that we're not delivering lower. This is a Friday. Honestly, skip the Friday. Do not trade this fucker, dog. You're not setting a new low of week, and you're just trading in between this 4-hour levels now. Very difficult for you to want to reach up, because this is the high of week, right? This is Monday, and this is the low of week. And right now we're trading right in the middle. We're not setting a new high or low on a Friday. We're just going to stay right here within this range. I would skip the whole day in general, if I got to be honest. I woke up, we're stuck within this 4-hour range. I don't want to trade until everything in the middle of this is noise. You have no idea where market is going to go here, right? So with that being said, you're stuck in the middle of this, and everything in the middle is considered noise. I really wouldn't be able to take a short or a long here, because I wouldn't have a bias. As you can tell, it's just a straight fucking sideways movement. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say this is an open high, but it didn't open high into anything of relevancy that I would say is relevant, right? Because these are equal highs up here. You wouldn't want to trade away from those. But yeah, to each his own, bro. I'm cool on a Friday that we have no bias. With that being said, Let's go into this Monday. So here is your Monday. We do swing low again. And it's just like way too much stack highs here that I couldn't trade away from to swing low that way. But what I do want to take notice is that range low is getting manipulated right now. So if range low gets manipulated and 930 does reverse price out of here, we can be forming that C2 push back up external internal for us to go and call this the low day. But we want to see 930 and see what 930 does. If 930 reverses price like it's doing, then there's a possibility that we could see the high of day being here, and we are reversing price off of these levels here. So with this all being said, YM is within this accumulation. I really wouldn't consider this like anything special. I wouldn't want to trade YM. But as for NQ, we could trade NQ back up to those highs that's located to the left of us. So here's your pushes. It's pushing away already. 15-minute models. 15-minute gap, holding price up to the upside already. Let's see if we can get a push. Honestly, I'm fine with this. Reversal, external, internal. Well, we got stopped out there. Fuck, man. Oh my god, dude. Another wick out or what? Definitely is 100%. We'll take this again. Fuck. Chopped up. Oh, this is May. May the 4th be fucking fuck you. Fuck, dude. Got fucking handled that round. May the fuck you. Fuck, dude. Yeah. That is fucking that, bro. That is fucking that, bro. Honestly. Not much thing as I can say about that session. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. Got fucked there again. Holy fucking A, dude. That's insane. Genuinely just getting chopped, bro, left and right. Fucking. Yeah, bro, this is insane. This is actually crazy, dog. I literally was getting wicked out. Just back to back to back to back, bro. For no fucking reason. It's insane. These two trades here, invalid, but fuck it, dude. What can I say? I don't really care, bro. I don't care enough to want to fucking give two shits. Damn, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. I don't know what happened. I really got chewed up and spit out this session. Break even, loss. So, I mean, losses wise, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses, 6 losses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. So 50%, which is profitable, as you can tell, right? 6R. I mean, I wish we could get like maybe 3 of these losses taken off. Maybe add in a couple dubs. But nonetheless, that's fucking crazy. Away from that, yeah. Sorry, hold on. I gotta drink water. I'm gonna call it a sesh. Not good at all. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next session. Peace.